I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and in this video I'm going to introduce you to the Spoonflower Fill-A-Yard feature. I want to show you how you can use the Fill-A-Yard feature in order to get small amounts of a lot of different fabrics. So normally when you buy fabric on Spoonflower, you have to buy 1 yard at a time, or at least in multiples of 1 yard. They don't do fractions of yards, but they do have this really awesome Fill-A-Yard feature, which I love. So in order to get the Fill-A-Yard feature to come up as an option, you need to be in a collection. So that means not clicked on just one particular fabric or all of the fabrics. You need to be in a collection. And if you're coming over to Spoonflower from Shiny Happy World, almost all of my links take you to a particular collection. So if you're in the collection, it'll show you right at the top here this option to use Fill-A-Yard. So we are going to start designing. We're in the Gemstone Blenders collection. So we're in the Gemstone Blenders collection, and I just want to stay where I am. You could have, from here you can switch to a different collection if you want to. The next thing that you're going to choose is a template. So they have 6 different layouts that you can choose with different kinds of setups to fill. My favorite one to use is this 1 yard up to 42 designs. This works great for a lot of different things. The only drawback to it is that you can only use it with a couple of different fabrics. If I want to use a fabric that they don't have here, I'll choose one of the other options. But for our purposes here today, this is the one we're going to pick. 1 yard up to 42 designs. And like I said, you can only choose a couple of different fabric options. I really like this Petal Signature cotton. It's their basic quilting cotton, and I have tested it to use it with fusible adhesive, and it works great. So that's the one I'm going to choose here. And then you click on Design Your Project. So that's going to bring up this window. Really easy to use. This is showing you your entire yard of fabric. That big rectangle is your entire yard. Each of these smaller squares in here is a 6-inch square, and you can fill each one of those smaller squares with a different pattern if you want. And over on this side are all of the different prints in the Gemstone Blenders collection. So I just want to show you how to fill your yard. You click on the fabric, the print that you want to use. It'll highlight it in this little orange box, and then you just click on where you want that to go in your larger print. So if you want to, you can choose a different print for each one of those 6-inch squares. That's actually what I do when I'm testing swatches. I order small swatches just to test and make sure that I've got enough contrast in my colors, that I like how the colors are printing. So you could fill the entire yard of fabric with 42 different small prints, which is great if you're working on smaller projects. But it's even better than that, because you can do continuous prints within that by just clicking on adjacent squares. And I'll show you what I mean here. I'll do it with this. It's easy to see with this big zigzag. So let's say I've got that big zigzag there. Instead of just doing this same zigzag print next to it, it continues the print. So I can do, take that off of there, I can do, instead of 6-inch squares, I can do a 12-inch square, and it's going to be 12 inches of that pattern. And then I can do 12 inches of this pattern. Oops, I turned it off instead of on. And then I can do 12 inches of another pattern. So I often cut my background squares. I tell you in the pattern to cut them 11 inches square, but I often cut them 12 just to give me a little bit of wiggle room. So a 12-inch square is a perfect background block for any of my quilt patterns. And if you're doing adding words, for example, you might be adding some half blocks, and this is a half block. So that's going to be 6 inches by 12 inches, which is what I recommend cutting half blocks to. But it gets even better. Let's say you want to do your binding. So for both a crib or a nap size quilt, you have to cut 6 strips that are 2¼ inches wide that adds up, unfortunately, to a little more than 12 inches. It's 13 and a half inches. But you can get that. We're going to get 18 inches of fabric instead of 13 and a half, but it's just a little bit of waste, and you'll be able to use those strips someplace else. So now this is a rectangle that is going to be the full width of the fabric and 18 inches tall, which is more than what I need for all of the bindings on my quilt. And I still have some more blocks left down here that I can fill in. So let's say I'm not going to worry now about the binding, or you know what, I'll take the binding down to the bottom here, and I'll do the bottom half of the fabric. And I'll go up here, and instead of 12-inch squares, or on this last one, instead of doing a half block, I'm not going to do words in my quilt, I'm just going to do a pillow. So this is going to be now the perfect size for a pillow. That's an 18-inch square of fabric. And I've got these little extra little bits in here, so let me just fill those in with 2 different sample swatches and a half block. So on this 1 yard of fabric, I've done 2 12-inch squares, which would be great for background blocks. I've done 1 18-inch square, which would work for a pillow. I've got 18 inches of fabric that is going to be what I need for my binding, and I've got 2 little bits that I can use for applique and a half block for adding a child's name or something like that to the quilt. So that's going to be a really functional yard of fabric. It's a way to get a lot of different prints in exactly the dimensions that I need, or almost exactly the dimensions that I need, with very, very little waste. And another bonus is when this arrives, you can throw it in the wash and wash it before you cut all of your pre-cuts apart, and you won't have any fraying on them. So it's a way to pre-wash your fabric, even if you're ordering small amounts, without having it get frayed and twisted in the wash. So when you're happy with the layout that you've chosen, you just add it to your cart, and then you can go back to the collection and do another yard. So maybe this yard wasn't enough for the entire project that you want to do. You can't do 2 yards at a time or 3 yards at a time. You have to do just 1 yard at a time. But you could go right back to the collection and do another one. But we're going to go to the view cart. I just want to show you one little thing. I've put another one in there that I just played around with before I recorded this video, just to make sure the recording was working right. I just wanted to show you that when they're in your cart, it's not going to show you a tiny, tiny little thumbnail of what you've done. You're just going to get this grid that is what they use for all of the fill-a-yard designs, just to let you know you ordered a fill-a-yard here, but I'm not going to show you every little detail of it. So you check out and it'll be on its way to you. Usually they get it printed in less than a week, and then it just needs to ship to you, and they have printing facilities on the East Coast and the West Coast of the United States. They also have one in Germany that ships, if you're in the EU and you order, you'll be getting yours from Germany, which is going to save you a lot on shipping costs. And the print quality is terrific. I do pre-wash them before I use them with fusible adhesive, just like any other fabric, and then I'm ready to go. So I hope you like that. I hope you like that really handy feature and can use it to make all kinds of fun quilts with all of the different fabrics in my collections that I designed especially for my applique patterns. So I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World. I'll see you next time.